It's another beautiful Friday, 5 p.m. and you are watching your ultimate fashion review show, Slayers. My name is Madeline Ade.
And my name is Fresca Didiaye. We certainly promise that it's going to be very interesting. So do stay with us. We'll be right back.
I wanna be smart, whatever you wanna know. I wanna have the money and the faith and the clothes. I gotta go far, I gotta have tools. All I wanna do is be successful.
Alright guys, so welcome right back from the break. Stay SlayersTV absolute class, and on this episode we'll be doing a review on a few selected very fashionable African men across Africa. Joining us to do the review we do have
media personality. In fact, they are not new to the show.
That's all.
Media personality and fashion influencer Kofi Lane. Welcome once again. And of course, fashion blogger, entrepreneur, Mr. Gatti. Good to have you again. And Monty Oz,
the man missing in action.
International blogger. You've been missing in action.
Yeah, you know, I was doing this destination tour for South African tourism and Zimbabwean tourism. So those South African countries, in fact, Zimbabwe and South Africa was amazing for me for the past 2 months. So I'm good to be back.
And the vacation is over.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not really over.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not really over though.
Good for you.
Okay.
Good
Anyway,
for
so
you.
let's go straight to business. We do have Ghanaian actor Too Sweet Anan. Mr. Gatti, you take it.
Okay, Too Sweet has a good sense of style. He knows how to dress for the occasion. I think on the right, in this baby blue suit, I think he pulled it off very nicely. And in the middle there, I don't remember what occasion that was, but
Emmy Awards.
Emmy Awards,
yes,
okay.
Emmy Awards.
He looks very good. His haircut, you know, he has a little bit of a bad boy twist to it with a haircut, but he looks clean. On the left side,
that's him on a normal day. So
on a normal day,
on the red carpet, and then on a normal day.
Yes. So on the left side, you can see he's looking stylish and, you know, casual.
Yeah.
So you know, I think he has a great sense of style.
Okay. All right. Monty.
Okay, so Too Sweet Anan actually is like the baddest boy in fashion, let me put it that way. And he's more of an executive personality on the red carpet, but I'm just waiting to see him rock a kaftan or something different someday. You know, but I love every bit of look he pulls up on a red carpet in blazers, tuxedos. He's off the chain. And the last picture, you know, we don't usually see him like this, and you know, they don't also usually post photos in like regular outfit like this. So I think he looks a bit fashionable there with the shoe. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Kofi, do you think he's fashionable enough?
Oh yes, absolutely. I think my favorite amongst the three is that it is a light blue suit, because I have something similar. I think the biggest thing for me is his consistency. He seems to have a good taste in shoes for a start. All the 3 sets of shoes he's got there, I own something similar. I also think that he is very modest and conservative. So he doesn't try to break the mold. This light blue suit might just be the limit to which he might push his flexibility. I like the fact that they showed him when he's in his normal settings, just on the phone, maybe playing a game or Instagramming or whatever. For me, love this guy, love his look, love the simplicity around it. And I agree with Mr. Gatti here. That hair adds a bit of an edgy look to that whole clean image. So
I think that's his identity.
Okay.
Yes.
For a haircut.
Yes.
All right, but right before we move along, do you think, looking at his background as an actor, is he making any fashion mark?
Certainly.
Certainly.
Yes. We all have different fashion personas, and that's his right there. Yeah. Conservative, traditional, not over the top.
Okay, so moving straight to Nigeria, we do have fashion designer Mai Atafo. The red one is the Glit Style Awards, and then a wedding, red carpet, and him on a normal day. Will you take this time around?
I like him, and I think we reviewed this other
the
glitz one before with the tartan pants.
Yes.
So I like what he's doing here. All of it works for me. Very interesting and unique sense of style, and he's not scared of color either, which I think it's nice and quite endearing. I do like the fact that he's equally, you know, delves into African kaftans, etc. The middle outfit, if I've got to, you allow me to elaborate. I like the color choices, but for me, I think when you choose sometimes not to wear socks, I think a tie may be a great thing to leave out. It gives you a nice, relaxed sort of setting, you know, that sort of look with his Ferrari waiting outside with his shirt
Just as
open.
you're looking, I see no tie, no socks.
But you get where I'm going, right? So yeah, I think the tie effect there with that look didn't work for me. But apart from that, one of my favorite people in terms of style, and he's nailed it on all three for me.
Can he ever even go get it wrong?
I haven't seen a way he's got it that wrong. I'm like, a tie is just an accessory, isn't
Yeah.
it? But most of the time he knows what he's doing. And he's a fashion designer, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Yes.
So you can tell that this is the kind of person that I would like to buy
From? Okay.
You know, I can walk in there comfortably and find anything I'm looking for.
Right.
Because he seems to know what good looks like. Now, good is relative in different people's eyes,
Right.
But he's my kind of good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Ms.
How's it
Bugatti,
fun?
is he your kind of look?
Well, I think Maya is fashion forward. Not everyone is going to rock the middle look with cobalt blue shoes, even loafers without socks, and that color of suit. So Maya is fashion forward. I think every look is intentional. The detailing, everything is intentional, and I love his style.
Okay.
He's a bit elaborate, but I like him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Monty.
All right, so he appears like someone who is not scared to play with around colors or to play with colors. But I don't think he looks at something I would really go for. You know, maybe he dresses according to how he's aged, though. But the third picture, you did mention that it's a normal day. It doesn't look like a normal day outfit.
No, going for a wedding. I think it was a wedding red carpet.
Okay, but I would love to see him on a normal day and see if
Okay.
he will also play around with colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, radio
Okay.
presenter.
Yeah.
Kojo Yankson.
Kojo Yankson.
Wow. Another stylish man right
Oh
there.
yes, and I have the privilege of seeing this gentleman almost every day.
Yes.
And he's consistent. That I
Very.
can assure you. Yeah, he's very consistent. What you see is not something he tries to put up. What I like about Kojo as well is we have a very similarity in terms of how we choose our clothing. I choose my clothing more with accessories first, and it's not normal.
Right.
Kojo will pick a tie first and then build his own ensemble around a tie,
Okay.
or a tie pin. That is it's that. I see him as a very creative person, intellectual equally, but very creative. So he's my kind of guy when it comes to style. Will I wear everything he's wearing there? Yes.
The first one is Glitz. That's him
Yes.
as Glitz, normal day, and then I think office.
Yeah, the far right suit just works for me, and I like the fact that the pants are skinny and it works nicely into those shoes. It's a very clean look, very clean look.
Very.
And guess what? He's not wearing a tie.
The tie.
I don't have a problem with ties, but it works for me. That whole look works for me.
Interesting. Mr. Gatti.
Easy gentleman. He's also very traditional when you look at his suits. I love the color palette. Well, I don't know if it's just this these set of pictures, but he seems to be playing along a certain color palette, and I love that. They suit him. To be honest, I didn't really know Kojo was this stylish. Yeah, but yeah, he's a stylish gentleman.
Very. Yeah. Monty.
Yeah, I don't think there will ever come a time Kojo will dress, you know, wrongly for a particular event. He knows what to wear at a particular given time.
Right.
He's stylish.
That's it for you.
Yeah.
I think that is a very good summary. Kojo is very sensitive to his environment.
Exactly.
He understands where he's going and what he needs to look like.
Right.
And it's always appropriate. I am capable of arriving in a place looking sometimes over the top. Kojo wouldn't.
Interesting. Very brilliant. Anyway, next picture. So this is Nathanial Atto, who's also a radio broadcaster, and we are 7, you guys, him.
Listen, I totally love Nathanial. We're very similar in terms of our job description. We're both on TV and radio, and he MCs. He's a master of ceremony for a lot of events, and I do that as well. It's very important when you arrive for an event that it's appropriate for a start, especially when you're emceeing. Nathanial is very appropriately dressed all the time to suit him. Nathanial has a very intriguing sense of style, and it's loud but it's moderate. Do you understand what I mean?
By loud.
And moderate.
So when you see him, it's very striking instantly. You're thinking, who's this, right?
Okay.
But I have seen people do it over the top. Nathanial keeps it toned where he can. I am not a big fan, if I'm going to be honest, with suits with huge bangles. I will wear them, but I won't wear them that large. Okay, but he is consistent with who he is. His look is always consistent. He's big on accessories, so you will see huge cufflinks. You'll see the usual beads.
piece.
You will see a tie pin all the time. You will see the chain that hooks the collars together, and you will see there's always a lot of accessories, and he's consistent with it. So that is Nathanial. Can I dress like Nathanial? There are things he wears that I can pick out, but I can't do the whole ensemble. Not exactly how Nathanial does it.
I'll ask again, will he ever get it wrong? Because he doesn't really have a stylist.
Yes. Yeah. He mentioned on the show that
that speaks volumes. Yeah. For someone who doesn't have a stylist to always look a certain way, it shows that he's dedicated, he's committed to his looks. He has a great interest in fashion, and it's not difficult to see everything put together in both pictures. And you see him on any other day, the day we had him here, you see a fashion follower, someone who has great love for fashion.
Otherwise, we can say he's an inborn stylist.
Yes. Yes.
All right, Monte.
People have different ways of, defining themselves when it comes to fashion,
Right.
through what they wear. And I think Nathanial is one of the perfect people who suit within the same catalog I just mentioned.
Yeah.
Anytime, what I mostly used to identify him, the wrist beads.
Yeah,
and,
traditional beads.
and for once, I even thought maybe he's from some kind of
family.
So I'm like, well, what's that signature? But I
part of
realized
his
it's something he
styling.
loves.
Yeah.
Just like
Signature.
what Kofi mentioned, he plays around accessories.
Yes.
I think that's him.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting.
Okay, so our next picture. Oh,
Ooh.
from Nigeria, Jim Ike.
A very famous actor,
Of
African
course,
actor.
yeah.
Yes.
He has a lot of crushes.
Like yourself. And Miss Bugatti. All right, so then let's allow one of his crushes to take it then.
Oh, really?
Go
Okay, yeah.
ahead.
So, Jamaica is always stunning. He loves his fashion. He loves his brands. You can tell he's into brands. He's always well dressed for the occasion, casual, whether he's in slippers or he's dressed up for the red carpet.
Going for shopping, like even the first picture, he was actually going for shopping. You could see the bag.
Okay.
Because I saw him holding the bag. Yeah.
Just to say that you need a lot of money to match up to him.
Yeah, he's a celebrity.
Yeah.
He's attained the status, so we don't have a problem with him spending so much on his looks. So he should just carry on, and we love him.
Kofi, what do you have to say about him?
I like what I see. I think, if I'm going to be honest, I think the value is coming more with his accessories.
Yeah.
When you're talking of opulence or decadence, it's coming with his watches and his shoes and his socks and his cufflinks and his belt and his sunglasses. That is where you can tell he's investing a lot of in his looks. The design equally works. I can rock all these three looks. I like what he's doing there. So yeah, for me, I can see why Mr. Gatti's got a crush on him.
Yeah.
How do you say he's a classic man?
A classic look, I'm not sure. I think Kojo Yankson is more towards my style of classic traditionalist.
Okay.
Classic traditionalist.
No, but
yeah.
Jane can also actually go classic as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've seen him in some really very fine suits and all that.
Classic is in his everyday look. He's very versatile. He likes to play around with clothes, and he knows his designers. Jim has fun with his clothes.
Okay. Okay.
Monte.
Jim has been labeled as a tag due to the kind of roles he plays in movies. And I think in person he tries to depict that tag, live in how he dresses, but with these stylish, way. But I think, as Kofi said, he invests more in
His looks, yeah.
exactly, because looking at the watches, oh come on, it can pay my house rent.
The belt.
Exactly, it can pay. You know, so he's classic and he knows what he's going in for. You know, very stylish.
Okay, I have followed him on his social media, and I must
you're
say,
having a crush?
no, not that. That's not the reason. But then I'm really obsessed with his style. It's every single picture.
It's on him.
No,
Yes.
I'm not saying
Why?
that.
I'm not jealous.
If not, we are going to be in the same, you know, room or boat or whatever.
Okay.
But I'm not. But yeah, I have seen every single picture of Jim Ike, and I think it's always stunning. I'm just obsessed.
He's always.
You know, there is
wearing it.
one crazy picture I saw of him. I don't know. It looks like he was traveling. And what he was wearing, it was Louis Vuitton. The traveling bag was Louis Vuitton. The hand luggage. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, what's up?
But is it original? Next picture, please.
That's not another.
That's not fair. Next picture, please. Okay, so we do have another interesting man from South Africa.
All the way from South Africa. He's all the way from South Africa. He's a media personality, and he's CeCe Mlongo.
Very interesting. So that's him at the MTV Based Africa Music Video Awards, yes. And then on a normal day as well, Kofi.
A little bit out there. I'll say he pushes the boundaries. Some of us will push boundaries on, you know, showing our chest.
And he is showing the hair.
Some of us like classic looks, but pops of color.
Yeah.
Listen, there are things he's wearing that I think, oh wow, I could do this. But he pushes that feminine side a little bit more.
Very
You know,
daring.
he's capable of wearing something where people go,
Wow.
is this guy male or female, right? And that's okay. You know, fashion is your interpretation. So I don't have anything to knock in that effect. But yeah, will I pick a few things he wears and wear them? Yes, certainly. Is he my type of guy in terms of what a man should look like when he's dressed? No. But I'm sure there are lots of people who just totally go crazy and can't wait to see what he's wearing next. Not for me though.
Okay, good. Good one.
Ms. Dagasi, do you think he's fashionable enough looking at his pictures?
I think he's very elaborate, very daring, and very, very different. Not your regular guy in terms of what he wears. He's incorporated the feminine look into his style, like really effortlessly. I don't think we'll see a lot of people dressing like that anytime soon.
Yeah.
That is just unique to him, and well, thumbs up for him. Yeah, he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
And we like it. We're observing, and yeah, that's crazy. Once in a while, you need someone who throws in that difference and makes everybody go crazy, thinking, okay, is he okay? Like, what is he up to?
Yeah,
You
because
know?
I like it. He's bringing some sort of excitement.
Yeah.
always go on
It
his
keeps
page
you
to just see
thinking.
what he's bringing
Well,
up.
what's coming up? Like, you know, he just keeps you
Fashion, by the
thinking.
way, it's normally dictated by people like that. People who push the boundaries.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Monty, I know you have a lot to talk about him. Go ahead.
No,
please.
I know. You know, so his style actually has really dominated some part of South Africa, Durban, KZN to be precise, because right now he has somehow had the most popular influence on these young guys in the fashion industry.
Right.
Most of them are dressing like him, not because they are feminine, but because they feel like their style, you know, comes out with a character.
Yes.
And his style is called Claude Your Soul.
All right.
So if they know you to be like this, like Kofi Lane, the next time you have to clothe Kofi Lane's soul with a different look.
Okay.
So, you know, right now designers in South Africa actually bringing up, they can come and showcase for Men's Wear Week. It will be a suit but with a veil behind.
Okay.
You know, and it started with David Lally. He introduced that thing and then it's now a trend in South Africa
So
now.
in a way, it creates jobs for them.
It does, it does, it does. And they are now taking risk, you know, to clothe their soul. And then some clothe for good, some also clothe for bad purposes.
Okay.
You know?
No, to say it's very intriguing because every now and then we are wearing clothes to cover the body.
Yeah.
But then some people are doing it for the soul.
Yeah, to clothe their soul.
Very, very interesting.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, so there's a story behind that.
Okay.
You know, and the only person who can elaborate that is David Lally because he started it.
Okay.
Yeah.
My interpretation of this clothe your soul is sometimes what we feel is not what we wear.
Yeah.
Or sometimes who we are is not how we're interpreted in terms
That's
of
right.
what
That's right.
we try to conform.
To the society.
to society and the pressures of society and what looks good and what doesn't. If I'm thinking of wearing a veil, I'll quickly put that out of my head, say, Kofi Lane in a veil. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Are you okay?
But my soul doesn't have any veils in them. Let me just clarify that. But I see a beautiful brand there, Clothe Your Soul. I think it will resonate with people.
Oh yeah.
Yes. If we all would be very honest with ourselves, there are times within your soul there's something you really wish you could rock, but then because of your persona you can't do it.
Exactly.
I've had to struggle with times like that. I don't know about you guys, but then hey, it's still interesting.
Yeah, so let's go straight to Zimbabwe. We do have Gil Marty. Gil Marty.
So you want me to start again?
Yes.
Okay, so Gil Marty is another colleague of mine. We've worked on several South African Fashion Weeks routines, and then also we were on the same press trip when I went to Zimbabwe.
Right.
He is very stylish. Very stylish. And he has a show just like this called Tata Wena.
Okay.
It's also like Slayers.
What's the meaning?
Let's kill them.
Okay.
You know, so it's like Tata Wena.
Nice.
You know,
Okay.
come let's kill them.
Okay.
So, you know, he's very fashionable, and I see Kofi Lane in him. The guy's crazy.
And Kofi Lane is one of the stylish men we do have in Ghana here because he's on the show, so we don't want to, I mean, put him on the spot.
I'm going to pick my head off the ground and put it back. Listen, I've got to say, I've looked through his pictures and I was amazed. I didn't even believe there was another me out there. It's almost like my twin. Everything he's wearing, all the details, you know. There is more in the style than there is in anything else. And he's creative. Very creative. I like the fact that he's normal too, so you can see him in shorts. I can pick a t-shirt and shorts and a hat and just create a look. And it doesn't always have to be a suit. So I really like him.
Okay.
You do.
Yeah. I'm going to meet him someday, hopefully.
Okay. I'm sure Monty will just tell him.
Yes, please.
Monty will do that connection.
Mr. Gatti.
Okay, for me, all I can say is that effortless. You know, you look at him and it doesn't look like, he even thought about what he wore. He thought about it, because he did, but he didn't put in so much effort to stand out. That's what I like about him. Well put together, well dressed, but yeah, just like he woke up like that.
Okay. Wow.
But it was the time he clothed his soul.
He did.
He did, yeah. Just like it was just to host a show in Zimbabwe, so he just did that and.
All right, so that makes it for this particular review. We'll go for a quick turn. Do stay with us.
Okay, so welcome back. Up next is our social media slayer, and we do have from Ghana, Bertha Owusu.
Yeah, who is the CEO of Lumia Couture, and
On the screens are her pictures.
yes.
Kofi, you're admiring her.
No, listen, I like almost all the choices I've seen so far. You know, she has a very intriguing taste. She's not scared of color, she dabbles in it. She is not your typical just a color queen. Yeah, she wears all sorts of stuff. So that her story is not about color, her story is about vogue and style. She'll wear anything so far as she feels it's working with her look. And she makes some of her clothes from what I gather. So I think she's definitely got something going on there. I always like to throw in a critique or two. I would like to see her in short hair. I would like to see a picture of her that the hair is not dominating the look. I think when your eyes are a window to your soul, so occasionally you should allow people to see your eyes. It's just a certain sense of sincerity and honesty about it.
Maybe it's part of her fashion style.
I understand that.
Mr. Gatti.
She does show her eyes sometimes, rarely though. I love her style, her clothing line. I have done some shoots with her pieces. They're amazing, they're stunning. You know, when I posted some of the pictures on my blog, I had so many comments. People wanted to buy some of the stuff and they were already gone. You know, that's how amazing her pieces are. And well, once she's a designer and she's the brain behind the brand, I mean, it's not difficult to relate, to see why her clothing line is so great. She's a stylish, classy, beautiful, gorgeous lady.
She has clean photos too. Monty.
I see the Bonang Mateba style in her a bit, and she looks like someone you can easily identify by the hairstyle, because I see the same hairstyle with the shades covering the eyes. So you know, and I learned she's a mom, but a mom who has this summer body A1. You know, geez, she knows how to dress. She really, summer body A1.
Wow.
I would say and agree that when you talk of slayer, somebody who will arrive at an event and slay it, she's got something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's capable of just being a slay queen.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she doesn't appear on the red carpet. I mean, regularly.
Okay, so that's it for our social media slay. Unfortunately, we've come to a close of the show and we have to say goodbye to you guys. But right before we do, we want to say a very big thank you going to Mahalia Collection, located inside this Legon, precisely in Baulishi. And then for Confidence Makeup Artistry as well for our beautiful makeup.
She's on Instagram as confidential_makeup artistry. And of course to our guests, thank you so much. We want to see you more and more.
Yeah, that way.
We are on Facebook at SlayersTV, Instagram, Twitter at SlayersTV, and on YouTube, SlayersTV Ghana. My name is Madeline Ade.
My name is Preska Dede Aye. Have a beautiful weekend.